What's up? It's Marco back on the Stage Soccer channel. The World Cup qualifying roster has just dropped for the U.S. men's national team, and man, it's looking like a really good team. We got Ricardo Pepi in, he decided to commit to the national team. Man, that's great. And yeah, there's a very strong squad we have right now, and I'm feeling confident heading into World Cup qualifiers. So just running through the team, if you weren't aware, it's in goal, obviously, Matt Turner, Zach Steffen, Ethan Horvath. In defense, we've got John Brooks, Miles Robinson, Mark McKenzie, James Sands, Walker Zimmerman, Tim Ream, Sergiño, Dest, Miles Robertson, George Bello, and DeAndre Yedlin. In midfield, only 5 with Weston, McKennie, Tyler Adams, Sebastian Lletget, Kellyn, Acosta, and Cristan Roldan. In the attack, we got Cristan, Pulisic, Reyna, Brenden, Aaronson, Konrad, Fuente, Tim Weah, Josh Sargent, Jordan Pefok, and Ricardo Pepi. I mean, very strong team we're putting out right now, and yeah, there are a lot of things to get into. I think a big strength of this squad is the wingers and just how good they are. Cristan Pulisic, even though he might not even be playing in the very beginning, Pulisic is very strong and just a great player when he's not playing wingback. We saw him in the Premier League, we've seen him in the Champions League, and how he can just flip a game on his head just by himself. Then we got Reyna, and he's just been great in that wing spot. He can also play in the midfield, get into that bit more later. But man, Reyna, he's so dangerous. He's got great relationships with his wing backs. Just whoever goes there. Disappointing not to see Reggie Cannon because I feel like they do well together. But man, Reyna just cutting inside. He's a great player as well. Then you got Brenden Aaronson, who's another great option. He'll probably start as Pulisic recovers. And Brenden Aaronson, another guy, great dribbler, can get on, can just take on players greatly, and very good in the box as well as a finisher. Then Konrad de la Fuente, I think we're all excited to see him in the national team. And with him going, I feel like he's a guy who can really push Reyna into that midfield. I mean, just such a dynamic player. He showed some great end product when he was in Marseille over the start of the season. Really excited to see him play in the national team again. And then Tim Weah. I'm not as high on Tim Weah as I feel like other people are, but he still brings a lot of athleticism. Former striker, so great finishing ability, but yeah, I just haven't been too impressed by him really in the national team. Then we got, that's it. I was going to go through the attack, but no, we're just going through wingers right now. And geez, that's not even touching on Matthew Hoppe, who probably could be in the squad. And geez, MLS doesn't really have many great wingers. But then we go to the defense. So that's another good strength for this team. John Brooks is a very good center back, Champions League level. Man, just as a left-footed center back, he's such a luxury to have in this team. And I feel like we don't give John Brooks enough credit a lot. Great player there. And his center back partner, or back three, we don't know. Miles Robinson, he showed some great defensive ability in the Gold Cup. I think we know how good he can be on a CONCACAF level. Mark McKenzie, great player, really good technically with his feet, and want to see him play a lot more. James Sands, I don't think he's an option in this team as a real true center or as a center back in a back four. But if we go to a back three, we saw how good he can be, and just him in the middle, going into that midfield, James Sands is a very good option. Walker Zimmerman, not as high on him, and Tim Ream, but two solid players. Then at fullback, Sergiño Dest is one of the premier attacking fullbacks in the world right now. A starter at Barcelona, and that is not an easy feat. Can get forward very well. I'm really excited to see him play. Antonee Robinson, and he's been killing it at Fulham, and again, another great attacking option, and just continuing to just add to how good this team is. DeAndre Yedlin, great defensive player, experienced player as well, could come on if we want to just see if a win, or if we want to move Sergiño Dest out to the left. George Bello, I'm not too sure on because I don't feel like he's quite there yet. He's obviously a great player, but I feel like Sam Vines is probably ahead of him right now, and I'd probably have Sergiño Dest on the left ahead of him over and bring a Reggie Cannon, a Shaq Moore, or a Brian Reynolds. But hey, he's a solid player, and if they see something in him, that's definitely good. Now, there are some weaknesses to this squad that I want to talk about. Striker's not the greatest situation. Josh Sargent, we know he's not the greatest finisher, and goals can be very crucial in World Cup qualifying, obviously. So I'm not too sure if you want to have him in the team. Jordan Pefok, very solid player, or Sibachu, I think he goes by Pefok now. Very solid player, and we know that he can score. He's done it before, and I feel like he should probably be the starter for the team. He's a great player, and you just need that finisher. And then Ricardo Pepi, mean, very young player. We probably want to just get him some appearances because I feel like there were some negotiations and we made some agreements with him. But yeah, you want to get him on. But again, he's a very young player, so you can't expect too much of him. You probably want to have Pefok starting, but and that's still like such a. It's tough for him because he's only had so many caps in this team. We've only seen him do so much, and a lot of that was off the bench, so not too sure about that. And I think the biggest concern in the squad is the midfield, because with players who are listed as midfielders, I feel like we only have two who can really start for this team, Tyler Adams and Weston McKennie. Because I'm looking at Sebastian Lletget, Kellyn Acosta, and Cristan Roldan, and Lletget, he brings a good final third ability. Acosta, he's great defensively. Roldan's there too, but none of them are really that great in possession. And I feel like we're not going to be able to dominate a game if we go with a midfield three that includes Lletget or includes Acosta or includes Roldan. So, yeah, that's a bit of a concern because I don't feel like they're great players in this national team. It sucks that Yunus Musah misses out to injury. Daryl DK and Yazi Zardes as well. But I feel like if we had Musah in this midfield, it would be a lot stronger. And I feel a little bit concerned because I feel like we can give the ball away easily. We can not be able to dominate a game. And if we give a team like El Salvador hope, that can be a dangerous thing. And if we're not able to keep creating attacking options, that could be bad. So I'm not too excited about this midfield. However, if we are to drop Reyna into the midfield and play him as like an 8 alongside Weston McKennie and Tyler Adams, it becomes a lot stronger. Because Reyna, he's been playing there for Dortmund. He is very good there. We know he can keep the ball in possession. We know that he can get forward just as easily as Lletget can. So I don't see any reason to not play Reyna in the midfield. Maybe not the first game if Pulisic isn't back yet, but if we got Pulisic and Brenden, Aaronson and Konrad, those are three very strong wingers, and I feel like Reyna is more needed in the midfield, and we should be playing him there. So yeah, that's my opinion on that midfield, and man, it is. If we only go with those five in the midfield, I feel like it's pretty weak, and I'd start to be a little bit concerned. But yeah, overall, I feel like it's a very solid team. I mean, a little bit of question marks in midfield up top, but defense very solid. Pulisic, Reyna, Aaronson, Konrad, very strong wingers. We know how good the goalkeepers are. I mean, Matt Turner had an amazing game last night. We've seen what Ethan Horvath can do off the bench, and Zach Steffen, he's extremely talented as well. Like, there's a reason why Man City bought him. I do think he needs to get some playing time, but yeah, he is still a solid player. Now, there were some snubs to this team I want to talk about. The most notable one, I feel like, is Chris Richards. I'm looking at this team like, and Walker Zimmerman, Tim Ream, and James Sands, especially if we go with the back four. I have Chris Richards above all of them, and I really feel like he should have been in the squad over them. Matthew Hoppe as well, just after how good of a Gold Cup he had, it feels like a bit harsh to leave him out. I feel like with those two, like a potential transfer could be the reason why they're not on the squad, but at the same time, like Weston McKennie's got his transfer status up in the air. We don't know what Antonee Robinson's going to do. So, I don't know. I feel like we should have brought them into the team. Then, Julian Green and Gianluca Busio. Well, Busio just is getting adjusted. I know he has to isolate due to COVID, so I feel like there's something with that. But Julian Green, I feel like we should have brought him in. I would have much rather had him than Sebastian Lletget or Cristan Roldan as a starting option, but I honestly don't even know why he's not on the team. He's a very good player. He's experienced. He's starting in the Bundesliga now. Like, he should be in the squad. Shaq Moore, Reggie Cannon, and Sam Vines also miss out. I probably would have had all three of them over Bello, but Bello's still a solid player. So, I mean, the fact that we're talking about two right backs and a left back that are missed out on the squad, that just speaks to our depth. As I mentioned before, Yunus Musah, Daryl DK, Yazi Zardes, they all miss out due to injury. Musah definitely would have been in the team. Zardes and DK, I don't know, up in the air. I feel like this team could have been younger and added more talent. I mean, if we're going to be starting Zach Steffen, we have no excuse to not bring Chris Richards. Like, I just mentioned all the players that he's better than, and we need to get him in the squad because he might be our most talented center back, and we're still not playing him. And, you know, it does suck that, like, he's not in the greatest club situation, but at the same time, like, Mark McKenzie's not starting for Genk at the moment. Like, Mark McKenzie's not starting. Ethan Horvath, Zach Steffen, they're not starting. Like, you just have to look at this situation and go, okay, we need to bring in the more talented player. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe that's because he's got a transfer coming up potentially, but it seems like he might stay at Bayern, so. Oh, yeah. That's what I want to talk about. And, man, it was great to see Ricardo Pepi into this team because, man, he's such a good striker for the future. And I mentioned how big of a question mark that striker position is. And if he keeps developing in terms of the player that we know he can be, and having him in this national team, that can be great. So, yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm excited to watch this team play. First time in World Cup qualifying in a long time. And, yeah, man, hopefully we can do it. I mean, we know how tough the World Cup qualifying can be, but I feel like this team's got the ability to just make it work, Well, that's all I talk about for this one. I'll see you.